Alright, Spartans, how you doing? And welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3. And we've nearly done it. We're nearly at the end of the road because this is the final faction that I need to cover on my faction preview campaign videos for Warhammer 3. Because today we are taking a look at the Ogre Kingdoms. And then, of course, on the 17th of February, not too long to wait at all. You guys know that. It is release date, and I believe on the 15th of February you can start preloading the game on Steam, so you can then, that means you can then start playing the game straight away when it is unlocked on the 17th of February. And that also means, because this is the final faction, that the poll for my campaign vote is now live. It is down below in the video description. And this is across all my social media channels. So if you want to go and follow them and follow me on social media, then the links to them can be found as well in the video description. The poll, as I say, is going to be the vote for you guys to decide on to which faction I will be playing a full campaign playthrough on this game. The vote will be available, I would imagine, for about 24 at most to 48 hours. So get voting as soon as you can to make sure it is a valid vote, because I'm aiming to do my first episode before the game is actually launched on the 17th. So probably Wednesday is going to be when the first episode comes out. So that means the poll could only be active for a short amount of time. By all means, obviously watch these two videos on the Ogre Kingdoms, and then after you've done that, you've got a full idea of what each faction is going to be, and then that means you'll probably be able to make a more wiser choice for which faction you want me to go through on as a playthrough. So yes, looking forward to the Ogre Kingdoms today. Let's have a look at their faction mechanics, and then we'll jump on to the Legendary Lord. Not physically jump onto him, but you know what I mean. So, camps. Deploy camps to create a forward base, constructing buildings and recruiting units from them. Meat. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. I had to say that. Each army is sustained by meat. Source it from fighting battles and being near camps. Contracts. Factions will issue you contracts. Fulfill them to increase your standing. So, here he is. The greatest... Does he say belly in the eye? Greasus Goldtooth is his name, of the Goldtooth faction. So in terms of this big boy, his faction effects are 20 plus with Ogre Kingdoms for diplomatic relations. Income from trade plus 25%. And then unit mass 25%. A mechanic I only found out about over the last couple of days, so we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail on the campaign map. And then income from raiding 50% for the Lord's Army. Upkeep minus 50% for Iron Guts units in the Lord's Army. And then income from sacking and looting settlements is 50% in the Lord's Army. So, let's have a look at his starting location. He's based fairly near to Cathay on the Ivory Road. I think this is where the routes of some of the Cathay caravans will take. And so Ogre territories are around here. And this is where he's starting on the east side of the map. Sort of in the middle, essentially. So, that's it. And you know the score by now. Let's jump onto the campaign. But beforehand, we'll check out the cutscene.
The ogres feast to honor Greasus the Over-Tyrant. Their appetites are ferocious. I must be wary.
Time's up, wizard.
No.
Put him in the stew.
Wait! Wait! Untold power can be harnessed from a dying god.
Power? Ogres take what they want. What more power do we need? Boil the pot! Fresh meat!
Please wait! The god is up there! You can't devour it!
Quiet! A bear, you say? Sounds tasty. Shut up! And you meat god flesh.
Enough for you, your warriors, and your god, the Great Maw.
I can smell it now. Roast god ribs.
A feast like no other.
You're no meat eater. What's in it for you?
My book reveals a path to his deathbed. I will show you the way for one drop of Ursun's divine blood.
One drop. But ogres get the rest.
That is the deal. Our goal is to claim Ursun. The ogres will eat their weight in god flesh and throw the leftovers into the Great Maw.
I'm getting hungry, Yumi. Best start spitting out advice, or I'm gonna use your bones as toothpicks.
At once, Horde Master. The bear's roar has made the tribes restless. Other tyrants eye your mighty girth and are envious.
Mighty girth.
The Cross Club's tribe plan to take your crown. Remind them who is the over-tyrant. Destroy them and subjugate any other tribe that dares to withhold tribute. The Firemouth is a sacred site. Claiming it by force or bribery is a powerful act and shall give you a base to expand westwards. Further south is the dwarf stronghold of Karak Azom. It should be cracked open and its riches added to your own. For we will require immense wealth if you are to hire the best ogres to invade the Chaos Realms. You will be busy, mighty trade lord, but the reward for your efforts is the god meat of Ursun. Let the feast begin, for the Great Maw hungers.
Meaty meat. Right. Let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, at the Ogre Kingdoms. How do they play? Meat. As I said to you before, looks like meat's back on the menu. Ogre armies gain meat from battles, from local settlements, and from ogre camps, which they use for their unit upkeep. Surplus meat can be sent to the Great Maw to gain bonuses. Now, I've seen the Great Maw on the campaign map with Cathay. I don't think we can see it at the moment. No, it's further up here somewhere in the lands of Cathay. I don't think you can see it currently, but I definitely saw it on the Cathay playthrough. Ogre camps. Ogre armies may create camps in enemy territory to assist with recruitment and resupply. Big names. Some ogre lords and heroes may earn a name for themselves by performing certain feats. Once earned, a big name confer bonuses on the ogre characters that bear it. And then finally, contracts. Ogre factions may be offered contracts from time to time or by others to attack certain targets. So there we go. Lots to look at in a minute. Mission issued. We got to take out the following army. Standard. And then, yes, this is himself, or the man himself, Greasus Goldtooth. There he is. Now, where are we here, actually? Are we on the Ivory Road, or are we in South London or East London, mate? And, you know, down Governor. You alright, Governor? Because I think it sounds like you're a Cockney, not an ogre. You know what I mean? Sounds like I'm going down my local for a Ruby Murray. Yeah? Sorry. But honestly, these ogres sound all like, you know, Cockney geezer, you alright? Anyway, right. Sorry, I'm going mental tonight. I've had a little sleep today, so I'm literally on the verge of insanity. Anyway, so let's look at the technology to begin with. Camp Huddle. Obviously, you know, the usual stuff. Charge bonus, income from raiding, melee attack for ogre bulls, diplomatic relations, growth, replenishment. Obviously, a lot of it around the camp growth on this. They're not a horde faction, obviously, but they kind of remind me of that camp aspect. The fact you can construct a camp beyond your borders kind of makes me feel it's got that horde element about them. But the first one we can go for is Camp Huddle, which allows us the population surplus for newly deployed camps of 1, camp limit 1, and army ability of dismember, which obviously then reduces acceleration speed and charge speed on the enemy. So Camp Huddle is required most definitely, because we cannot build a camp in these lands without that research completed, because even if we went into the enemy lands now without that being researched, we couldn't actually deploy a camp. So we need that. That is important. So at the moment we are consuming 10 meat in our actual army. Our total meat is down here. Strangely, I thought it'd be up here as the faction mechanic, but it's down here for some reason. So meat is obviously gained from different options and then consumed in other ways as well. And then if you can see over here, the Great Moor, you can offer some surplus meat to the Great Moor, and you will gain different benefits from doing so. So melee attack plus 10 for 10 turns for 10 meat. A lot of 10s there. Campaign movement range plus 20%. Global recruitment duration minus 2 turns, minimum of 1. And then Winds of Magic Power reserve plus 5. So you can make different offers for that. We may do that in a little bit, actually. Now, what's interesting for me as well early doors is I was having a look at this campaign earlier on, and I was looking at the building browser, and this is basically it from what I can see of their building chains. And I straight away thought to myself, Jesus, there's not many units that they can recruit here. You can see Ogre Bulls, Iron Fists, Ogre Bulls dual weapons. You've got Iron Guts. You've got a Hero of a Hunter. You've got Gorgas, Monsters Infantry. Saber Tusk Pack, War Beasts. And then you've got these Gobnar Trappers, Gobnar Trappers and Gobnars. And that's it. So I thought, is that it? Surely. So I went onto the army and I realised, well, they've got stone horns for here, monster infantry here. And I looked at the unit browser, and there's a lot more units that they can actually recruit. So that made me then think, well, where are these coming from? So the only thing I can think, really, and if you know anything down below, let me know in the comments, but maybe that the camp buildings will give us those extra units. That's the only thing I can think of, because I'm surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. I just don't know where they're going to come from, because the buildings don't give these extra units to us. So it must be from the camp that happens. I don't know. I really don't know. So let me know if you do know down below in the comments, because I want to know. Because if that's all that's going to be available in the campaign, that's not many units. I mean, there's no cavalry, for God's sake. The only cavalry is available to him over here. More fan cavalry, but none of them are available from any of the buildings that we can construct in our camp or our main settlement building. So I'm thinking it's got to be the camp, but we'll see. So in terms of our units so far, we have got the man himself, the great ogre Greasus Goldtooth. We've got Gnoblars, we've got Gnoblar Trappers, which are kind of a hybrid missile unit, Stork, expendable units. Poor leadership for you, Gnoblars. You know, it might remind me of sort of like Goblin, Greenskin, basic infantry units. We've got Stonehorn, which is that monster unit, armor piercing, collision attacks, anti-infantry. Then we've got 2 units of Iron Guts, armor piercing, ogre charge. And then we've got Ogre Bulls, which are dual weapons, but they are weak against armor, but they are damage dealers, anti-infantry and ogre charge. And then we've got the Ogre Bulls, damage dealers, ogre charge, and weak against armor, though, unfortunately. So ogre charge is when attacking braced charge defenders, this unit only loses half of its charge bonus instead of all of it, because if they were facing another unit was facing off against a braced defender, they would lose all of their charge bonus, I believe, but these guys only lose half of it. Now, that leads me nicely into that mass sort of ability that I talked about at the beginning, where you get 25 plus mass as Greasus, and that is over here. So if you hover over each unit, and you look at their sort of number of units that they've got, or number of people or men they've got within the units, that then brings up a tooltip. And as you can see here, entity and unit size. This is a unit of small entities. This displays the current size compared to the maximum unit size. We know that. But it's here, mass 112. Mass determines the weight of an entity for collisions and knockbacks. So you can imagine, like, this guy is going to be a big mass. He's 11,250. I think Kurgath, the great Nurgle, legendary lord, his unit mass is about 7,500, 8,000. But look at that, 11,250. What is Greasus? 5,000. So Kurgath has got about 2,000 on him, but it's still a lot. I mean, look at the Ogre Balls. They've got 1,875. So he's, him as a lord, he's adding plus 25 to them. Is it 25% or just plus 25? Let's have a look, actually. I think it's 25 plus. It's 25%. Not 25. It's 25%. So he's adding quite a lot to each unit in his mass. And I think, again, is that the Lord's army? It must be. And it may be actually the entire. No, it's a faction. It's the entire faction gets 25% from him. So, that's a lot of mass that he's got a lot of mass, and he's adding a lot of mass. I mean, that bloody chicken bone's a lot of mass. Good God. So mass all around, basically, guys. So, yeah. Nice. Interesting. See how that plays out. I mean, as I say, it smashes through, as it says here, collisions and knockbacks. And the fact you've got the Ogre Charge. These are big buggers that are going to go into enemy lines and cause havoc, I would imagine, pretty damn quickly. So let's have a look quickly at the buildings here. So we're going to go for this tier 2 more cave, which will give us obviously income, defensive supplies, increase our garrison, etc. And I mean, that garrison there has got units that we cannot recruit. More Fang Cavalry. We can't recruit them, but yet we can have them as garrison. I don't get it. I'm confused by that one. Really am. It doesn't take much for me to get confused, but that one is making me struggle a little bit. And then we've got contracts. I can't look at contracts because it's the 10 turns, so I may not get to that, unfortunately, on this preview. But you get the grips of what the contracts are about. So that's, I mean, what I'll try and do, because I'm recording this video first, with the other legendary lord, what I'll try and do is I'll record like 10 episodes, or play, what I'm talking about, I'll play 10 turns, and then if I get to 10 turns, I'll be able to unlock the contract, so you'll be able to see it in that playthrough. As I say, I'm tired. Words are hard today, guys, I tell you. So we've done diplomacy. No, we haven't done diplomacy. We have not done diplomacy. Now, this is where, we get that 25% extra from trade with Greasus. I don't think anyone wants to trade with us at the moment, but if you can get trade, get it sorted out, because 25% is a nice plus to have with your income. And so that would be nice to have, obviously, with these different factions. We've got another Ogre faction, some green skins around here. I do know as well, we've got the Dwarves. No way that will they trade with us. But I was on non-aggression then. Trade, still no one wants to trade with us. But I do know Skaven are around here as well. So, these are sort of factions you're going to encounter first off. Ogres, Dwarves, Greenskins, and Skaven. But we can't do any quick deals with anything. No one wants to talk to us. So diplomacy-wise, we are pretty much on our own at the moment. We are already at war with the cross clubs, which is what we're going to have a battle with in a second. But apart from that, that's all we've got. We've got no one else, and we're at war with the cross clubs. So diplomacy can't do anything. We've done technology. I can't show you the contracts in this one, but I'll try and show it in the other one. We know about meats, and I'll try and offer some to the Great Moor after this battle. And I've talked to you about unit mass. So I think that's pretty much everything for the moment that I can talk to you about. And we'll look at big names. Yeah, we'll look at big names in a bit, because big names is something I can assign after we've won a battle. Quests, these are his sort of initial quests that he gets at the beginning of the campaign, which are unlockable at rank 7 and rank 10. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's fight the battle, guys. And let's see if we can get some big names out of it. Now, one more mechanic that you can do, and this kind of reminds me of the scavenge mechanic, which I think, if I remember, it initiated some... is it... I can't remember the name of the unit. Some, like, basic rat units that you could summon in the battle if you consumed food pre-battle. And it's kind of like this with this, because the more you increase feast size pre-battle, increases this pre-battle feast, which increases mass, speed, and charge bonus. So you can see, I think the maximum you can do is 5, and you get plus 10, plus 8. It's tiered, obviously 6, 4, 2, etc. So that's a mechanic which kind of reminds me again of Skaven. Let me know down below what that actual mechanic is. So we'll go for plus, we'll give 2%, or times 2. Gives us an increase of 4% on those two, or those 3 statistics. We're facing Noblars, we're facing Ogre Bulls, we're facing a Tyrant Sword Infantry. Let's fight the battle, guys. Let's see what we can do. Right then, here we go. Let's have a look at our units in a little bit more detail. Starting off with these guys, the Ogre Bulls, dual weapons. Let's look at our statistics up here. So, surprisingly, dual weapons weak against armor. So as you can see, this unit's attack can hardly punch through armor and is thus wasted on heavily armored enemies. Interesting. Ogre charge, damage dealer, anti-infantry for these guys. So yeah, dual weapon Ogre Bulls. And then over here we've got the Iron Guts, which are Ogre charge, armor piercing, and armored. I mean, look at their huge weapons they've got. Massive swords and axes there. Jesus. Look at that guy. It looks like Bane. Yes, look at this. You wouldn't want to face them, would you? You would not. What's their unit mass? 2,322. Okay. Now we've got our expendable Noblars. We know about these guys. Kind of like your goblins in the green skin army. Expendable. Throw them in there. Don't really worry about them because you can easily replace them on the campaign map after a turn or so after the battle. So they're not really that important at all, are they? Let's have a quick look at them now. Very nice. They've got like pans on the head. Yeah. Enough of them. We've got some more. Oh, no, these are the Ogre Bulls, not the dual weapon ones. These are just the standard ones. So again, weak against armor, Ogre charge, damage dealers. There you go. And then over here, we've got the Iron Guts again. And then we've got this little boy. Or not a little boy, is he? He's a very big boy. Stonehorn. Armored, armor piercing, collision attacks, anti-infantry. That mass of 11,610. I mean, the fact we've done the pre-battle feast is going to be interesting because these collision attacks, the unit deals additional attacks when colliding with enemies when charging. So the fact we've added, I think, plus 4% to speed and charge bonus pre-battle feast makes this even more deadly. So yeah, that is something to take into consideration because a lot of these units are, you know, relying on this Ogre charge ability, which, as we said before, is that, you know, only losing half of its charge bonus. If you can add a little bit more pre-battle, you're making these units absolutely deadly in that initial charge, you know, pushing through the enemy ranks with them. So it's all about that with these guys, that mass and charge ability, effectively. So these are the Noblar Trappers. These are the missile infantry. They've got the stalk ability, though, because that allows them to be moving while hidden in any territory, or any terrain, sorry. But same thing, really. So that's an interesting thing. The hybrid as well, so we can obviously deploy them Vanguard style. In fact, we'll put them over there then. So what's Noblar Traps? This unit will automatically cast traps on nearby enemies, hindering their movement and charges. Okay, interesting. Okay. That's interesting. We'll put them over here then, because if that's where the enemy is, we'll put them, try and see if they can put some traps in there maybe. I don't know. Okay, that's them. And last, but by no means least, Greasus Goldtooth, the ogre himself, the largest of the living ogres in the whole world, with that massive gut on his little cart he's got, pushed by 2 goblins, of course, and his massive meat. And I'm not talking about his pecker, I'm talking about the actual one in his hand. But mass-wise, he's got 5,160 to his mass. Armor piercing, anti-large, he's a melee expert, he's ogre charge as well, and he's a great axe infantry. So this guy, you can throw him into battle, and he can obviously, in some way or another, hold his own. But with that gut, I don't know how it's possible, but obviously he does. And he's also got this ability as well. Everyone has their price. That's his initial ability he's got. Debuff, -8 to leadership, and -24 to melee attack. So let us begin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put him at the front of this army. We're going to send all our big boys in for this one today. So we'll leave our goblins behind. I want to get the big boys in for the battle. Get, obviously, Stonehorn across there. And Greasus. And we are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do this. Let's get going. And I want everyone to try and charge in. Everyone to hit him hard. The iron guts. Now these are... No, they're not. They're not armored. Okay, fine. Okay, let's move him in. I want to see some charges from my ogre balls. God, they're getting that speed up as they're going for the charge here. Let's see if you can smash into the Noblars. Come on. Oh, pushing through there. Yes. Oh, look at them fly back. Yes. That, oh, my God, yes. That momentum was superb. That's what I'm talking about. Let's debuff them as well. Let's debuff the ogre balls, actually. God, so if you can really get them going on that charge initially, the momentum they build up is fantastic, those ogre balls then. Yes, I love that in the tree line here. Come on. That's what I want to see. Let's get these guys to hit these retreating ogre balls over there. Morale's right down for their enemy ogre balls. Where's their enemy general? Or their lord? Oh, there you go. It's victory. That was fantastic. Yes, yes, that was brilliant. Love that one. We lost no one as well. That was pretty good to see. So that makes me think, right, okay, give them as much speed as possible because they can go for it with the charge. Okay, so processed meat. Meat +1. If we do that, we get unit replenishment by 11%, or we do treasury 205. I'm going to go for the replenishment, I think.
Dinner is served.
And now, there you go. They're out the game. Thank you very much. So we've now achieved the mission. 1,000 to the treasury. And we've got a hunter as a hero. And we've got a big name unlocked. Through his recent actions, Greasus Goldtooth has unlocked the big name of Horde Master. It can be selected now, conferring powerful bonuses to the character. Follower gained. Noblar Chief. Recruit rank +4 for Noblar units. Oh, nice. We always like a bit of campaign movement range, don't we? +7% with the follower of the Yeti Wrangler. Send your army, send your hero to your army, yeah, okay. And recruit 2 units. So we've got a hunter. So what he will do is increase mobility even more with campaign movement range of by 10%. So that's an additional 17% we just gained there from that follower and that hunter there. So that's very good early stages with this campaign. Lovely stuff. So we'll move him to the edge of our border. So we can still replenish and we can still recruit. So I'm going to go for another unit, 2 units actually, of Ogre Bulls. And then for him, we shall give him either Route Marcher or Speed and Charge bonus again. Or Bellower. Leadership order +20%. Oh, that's good. Tribe Stealer. Diplomatic relations 30 with Ogre Kingdoms. Melee attack when fighting against Ogre Kingdoms, which we're going to be fighting again in a minute with the cross skulls. Weapon strength as well, 20%. We'll go for Tribe Stealer. Definitely. Because obviously these guys, these cross clubs, sorry, not cross skulls. These are an ogre faction, so you want to have that buff against them early doors. And obviously, it's increased our diplomatic relations with other ogre tribes. As you can see there now, we've gone up to 40 with some of these guys. That's probably going to happen next turn, though. So we'll look at the diplomatic tree again afterwards and see if that will make it that we can start getting some deals with them. We're building. We are recruiting. Oh, yes. Big name. So we've got this one, Horde Master. It's a passive ability of a leadership of +8 for... Is it 10 turns or is that it? Is it instantly going to be enabled for the rest of the campaign? We'll choose it. Oh, it's 10 turns. Turns until big name can be changed. So we've now initiated this one. I probably could have waited, actually, and gone for another one. Because that +5 to melee defense and unit mass of 30% is pretty good, actually. But we've now got this for 10 turns. But you know the score now. You choose one. You lock it in for 10 turns. But these will become available as well. So you can swap it over after turn 10 of having it, essentially. Yeah, so that is it, and we will do an offer to the Great Maw as well when we attack Grimtop. We'll do an offering to the Great Maw after that as well. Okay, let's end the turn. So they're starting to muster by looks of things at Grimtop. Mission successful, 1,000 to the treasury. Lovely. Mission issued. Capture the following settlement, Grimtop. That's what we're going to be doing, baby. So we've got 2 turns until we can actually build a camp in enemy territory. Get ready. You want geezer? You want? Let's have a look then at diplomacy. Yeah, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. It's going right up now. So, oh, yes, we're going to get non-aggression straight away. So, where are we? We're over here. Where's Bloodmoor? There to the east, right on the very edge of the map, nearly. Well, not edge of the map, but nearly. Folg to north. Langsargs to the... Where are they? Where are they? Over here. We don't want non-aggression really at the moment. We want trade. That's what we want, because that +25% we get from Greasus. So we'll go for that.
Bring any meat besides what's on your bones?
Oh, I tell you, I'll give you some meat in a minute. Let's give him some. Oh, well, actually, no. We'll get some coin from him. That's what we'll be getting, not meat. Oh, come on. If I give you non-aggression as well, will that sweeten the deal? No, I want more money. I want more money. Oh, you bastards.
The conqueror tries.
Right. We've got a little bit of money from Folg. Want military access as well. I'm not going to do this money thing now. You know the deal. If you were playing it, you try and get as much money out of him as possible while asking for trade. We'll go for non-aggression. Go on, let's get some money out of him. I can't be doing this. We need money. Oh, they don't want any money. They won't take it. So we'll go for the non-aggression off, and we'll just go military access and trade. I don't want to threaten them. I just want to do it. What's up with that? No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, they don't want to do it now. Oh, they do trade. Okay. And then Thunderguts, they want trade as well. So just by that one... what was it again? That one skill, of course, that one skill. Tribe Stealer. We've completely opened our boundaries now with other ogre factions, which I didn't think was possible before. So that is a nice skill to get early on in the campaign. So we'll do another couple more units of ogre balls. I don't really want Noblars, really. Does anyone want Noblars in their army? I don't. I want to do this enemy camp building as well, you see. I want to show you that. So I need to get this research done before we can do that. So one more turn. Obviously, if I was fighting this campaign properly, I'd have gone for the attack by now. But I want to show you this enemy this camp we can do, sorry, in enemy territory. So we've got the technology research, deploy a camp. Well, we're going to do that right away. So we're in enemy territory now. Here we go. Deploy a camp, 2,000 gold.
Everyone does what I I say.
So then, show me that it allows me to get other units. There we go. My answer has been answered. My question has been answered. Oh, this actually makes it pretty important then, doesn't it? Because with camps, you can go beyond tier 3 and you are big time getting way better units into your army from them. Oh, that's an interesting mechanic that should completely change the thought process for this campaign. So what you're thinking really is now, obviously, you've got to get to tier 5. You've got to get a population surplus of 20 there to get that. So you're going to have to look at technology again, which is going to... What's that? Construct any camp building. So that, you're going to have to look at technology here, which gives the growth, the camp growth there, plus 5. I think there's more over here as well. But you're going to have to look at growth massively here. I would imagine... Go over here. Maybe it's only that one that gives growth from the technology. So you're going to have to look at maybe skills as well. Then look at skills possibly. Would that give us anything in growth? I can't see anything. That's replenishment. Because ideally, you want to be... Oh, come on. There's got to be growth in something, hasn't there? Surely. Surely. Because obviously having plus 20 growth is huge at tier 5. I mean, you've got to be... I don't know. There has to be some mechanic, I'm sure, that's going to help growth-wise in the campaign. To get to 20 surplus on a camp is pretty big. So, yeah, that's interesting. Buildings? I mean, buildings should... Yeah, I mean, come on. Surely there's going to be something here that's going to give us... There we go. That's a last something. Spare tent. Camp growth 10. And recruitment capacity plus 1. We're going to have to go for that one. Definitely. So definitely that element now of a horde faction with the extra buildings you can construct and units you can recruit from the camp itself. So with that in mind, I'm going to go for an infrastructure building here at our main settlement, which is going to be probably income or growth again. Meat generated 10. But minus 52 income. I'll go for this one. Income generated, because meat isn't a problem. We can get meat from other sources.
Tribe Lord.
So what we'll do now... Can we still maneuver? We can, even though we constructed that camp. That camp mustn't be associated to the actual army. So if we move down, the camp should stay, should it? Yeah, the camp stays then. Right, okay. So what we'll do before we attack this settlement is we're going to offer to the Great Moor some meat for himself. So we're going to go for the melee attack plus 10. Make an offer. There we go. Offer made. Blood and Raw. Greasus Goldtooth has committed their surplus meat to the Great Moor, and he and his army will now enjoy its blessing. Excellent stuff. We get plus 10 melee in our army. Close victory, it says here. It's going to be an interesting one. Of course, we will fight the battle and see what we can do. Alright then. Okay, so we have got an interesting settlement here then. A lot of ruins, a lot of openings to go down or up. There. Okay, so 3 choke points really, or 2. 1, 2, but 3 openings here. So we're going to send our ogre balls in. We know that they aren't good against armor. We are facing off against other ogres though, so I'm not really concerned about them with armor. They wouldn't really have any. So we'll put what's his name? Stonehorn. I'm thinking Stone Rider for some reason. Stonehorn. We've got an iron. These are our iron guts, aren't they? So we'll put the iron guts here. They will go in with Stonehorn over here. Up that way. We'll get the ogre balls going up that way. Noblars will go and support the big guys on the left flank. Noblar trappers will go in that side as well.
The ultimate hunter.
The hunter will go in here. He'll go down the east side of London. And then we'll get Greasus Goldtooth to go down there. And he'll have a bit of a... he'll shank the bastards. Yeah, he'll knife them. So, yeah. It's all about London town. And that's pretty much it, isn't it? Yeah, we're all good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do this. They'll go in there. Oh, hello there. You've got some ogre balls, have you? Right, go on then. Go on then. You want some? You want some? I'll give you. You want some, do you? I'll give it to you, shall I? What's his name? The Wadstone Raider. That guy. You want some, do you? Right, come on. Get that mass momentum now on the charge. He's got to go, and we'll debuff him. We've got this now, this dismember. Get going, get going, get going. Go on, go on. Here we go. Bang, in you move. Right, they're smashing through there. So we've got Noblars. We'll get the big boy to go in. Go on, smash them through. Let's go. Come on. Gather ye pace. Gather ye pace. Oh, yes.
When do we eat?
Right now. Right, let's get the spears to support. Go around the side there. They're going to hit off these auger balls, hopefully. But they've been completely destroyed. So we'll push up now. We'll meet him. Can we meet him? Could we meet him? No, we can't meet him. We're going to have to go up our own path. So we'll go up there. There's their lord. Come on, gobbos. Don't be scared now. Let's get Greasus to go up there. Come on. That's it. Push through. Power your way through.
Where's me master? This way.
We're here. Go on, get in there. Can you sort of squeeze through that little gap for me, eh, buddy? Come on.
Hold together.
Yeah, well, they're all in mass retreat, so let's keep that going. And let's give chase. Come on. That's it. Get forward, Stonehorn. Get these trappers taken care of. Go, go, go. Keep going up the bank. Oh, they're way up. These aren't doing too well. Come on. Just drop their armor there. Where's the stone hunter? Or the hunter? He's here. Right. Okay. Oh, here comes the big boy. There, big boy. Where's our bloody king? Come on. Get over here. Are we doing alright over here? We are. Noblars are fighting on against these ogre balls. Fine, fine, fine. Get up there, lads. Come on.
Fattest, strongest.
Can you get your two goblins to push a bit harder and get you up that hill, please, Greasus? Come on. Time to put the backs into it. Oh, he's blocked off. He can't get up. He's bloody... Oh, these ogre balls are actually doing it. That's why. Okay, fine. Come on. He's the most laziest fighter I've ever seen. He just swings his mace. Half-baked. Right, these guys are going to hit him from the side there. Come on. If we can get rid of these, then we can push up the side here. In fact, we'll do that with these ogre balls here. Come on. How are we doing over there? We all right? Are we? Yeah. Come on. Don't give up the chase. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, they've got some cavalry, have they? Hello. More Fang cavalry, right, okay. They're not charging us yet, though, thank God. So the Ogre Balls there are giving a nice rear charge. Can we initiate... It doesn't matter about that. We'll initiate this on the legendary... Oh, their Lord. That's causing a bit of a mass decrease in morale for them. Let's get around here. So even though our health looks a little bit lower on everything, because obviously most of these units are quite low unit sized units, basically. You aren't losing that many units, if you know what I mean. Even though it looks like you are, if you get me. So we're doing it okay. Pushing through on his side now beautifully. Come on, that's it. Keep going, lads. Stonehorn can go that way. He's going in now. Greasus is going to push into the centre. They're being held back over there. Tell you what, get these lots. So, ooh, yeah, these two. Get the cavalry. We could debuff him. If we can get over there, can we debuff him? Yeah, we debuff his speed and charge. Okay, let's go back here. Try and finish off their Lord. Okay, spears, come over. Go on, get those Ogre Balls there. Go on, Gobbos, go on. You're not Gobbos, oh, you ain't no Gobbos, but get them, sort them out. I wish their Lord would go down. Come on. Take him out. It's curtains. It's surely his curtains then. They've routed in mass. Excellent. If we do a recharge now, we are able to get down to hit him here with these units here, especially our Stonehorn, it will be completely game over. There it is. In fact, it's game over right now. It's victory. Lovely stuff. That's not bad at all. It's a perfect victory. Okay. It could have been a bit better then. But it's not too bad. We'll replenish quite quickly, I think, and we'll be back to full strength in no time. Okay, perfect victory. But we only lost 134 units. It's not terrible. You know, we've kept everyone bar one unit of Ogre Balls intact. And we've got a nice bit of reward and meat and experience. So I know we do get an extra 25% loot from looting and sacking, but we'll go for the Occupy with this one. And we've got another big name unlocked, which would give us... What's this one give us? Gutblout. Gutblout? Have a look in a second what that is. So it's now... What's going to be our next mission? Charge bonus of 40%. Potion of Foolhardiness. Okay, maintain a following province. So, what would that other big name have given to us? It gives us nothing, actually. I thought we got a big name there, didn't we? I know we can't initiate it, but I'm sure we got a big name then, didn't we? I'm confused with that one. Oh, hang on. It's him. It's him, of course. It's the hero. What I'm talking about. So he's got a big name. Oh, right. Okay. I didn't realize heroes could get big names as well. So, Big Bellower. +8 to leadership. Cool. And he's also got a skill increase. So he could go for growth. Which would obviously be handy for camp growth. Would that be arm? Would that be growth? Growth modified by an additional 10. Is that for the camp or the faction? Mobility increase with movement range. We've got some Vanguard deployment for Saber Tusk pack. Immune to psychology for Saber Tusk pack. Okay, this is all down that Saber Tusk chain, is it? Okay. Suppose it makes sense with him being a hunter kind of thing. Okay. I think we'll go for mobility. So he's got a skill as well. Greasus has. So Goldtooth armor, leadership, bonus versus large 14. I will probably increase his speed actually. He's not the fastest at the moment, is he? I mean, his speed is 35, so he's not very fast. So I'll probably try and go for that unstoppable force to increase that a little bit and give him a bit more mobility. I could then go down here, increasing his hit points, his melee attack, armor, leadership, weapon strength. Go for his hit points. I think maybe no. His armor 8 plus 8 lead. Yeah, I'll go for that one. Goldtooth actually. Give him a bit more armor.
It's valuable. I'll have it.
Right, so that would mean now it's going to take us, one turn, 2 turns to replenish. We can then obviously get another unit of Ogre Balls back in. We can go for another unit of Nobler Trappers. And then we've got... so we can't really do anything yet because of all the higher tiered buildings. So you can go down here. You can get the Ogre Balls, Iron Fists, Iron Guts. And then you can go obviously Stonehorn, Giants, Stonehorn and Harpoon Launcher. That's much better. I'm so happy because I was thinking to myself, you know, that is not a lot of units for a faction, is it? But obviously we now know why that is. So we can dismantle that building. Put that to a tier 2. Oh, we've got gold here, have we, as well? Okay, interesting. It's our main settlement. Technology-wise, I'd probably go for melee attack, yes, for the Ogre Ball units, definitely, of +5. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up here today. I know we haven't gone to a load with Greasus, with the fact, obviously, we've been talking a lot about mechanics, haven't we, today, in the faction and how they play out and things like that. I always find that the first video I do on a faction does mean that I don't have as much action in it because of the fact I'm trying to explain all the mechanics. But the second video, if they have got an additional lord, means that with that video I won't explain all this again. I'll just go in straight off and just play out the campaign with that lord and just see what he does, but not talk about the faction mechanics as much anymore. So that will be the case with Scrag. So do check out the other legendary lord, which is up on the channel right now for the Ogre Kingdoms. But there's two. There's him, Greasus, and Scrag. And yeah, both are pretty damn interesting to play as. But yeah, the other video would be much more about just Scrag himself. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one and it's given you, like the other videos have done, a feel for what to expect from the mechanics of Warhammer 3 for each of the factions. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please do drop it a like. And remember, down below in the video description, faction vote time. Get your vote in now. It's only going to be available for 24 to 48 hours. And then it'll be gone, done. And I'll be starting my campaign. So get your vote in right now. So thanks for watching. Take care. And farewell.